Hollywood Actor Podcast with Killian McHugh, Part 3.
And as a segue to that, how do you believe actors, outside of voting or attending meetings at SAG, how can they healthily plug into the industry and feel like they are genuinely part of their community?
Well, that's a real hard question.
I ask that because a big jumping off point for me to create the Hollywood Actor Podcast was because I felt like I was leading this path alone.
Yes.
Here in Hollywood. I felt that I was alienated, and I felt that the industry was increasingly fragmented, and I wanted to continue to have relationships with the good actors that I was running across.
So your question is very difficult because it is a lonely life as an actor, because you get to town. You know, people think we're shallow here. Everybody says we're shallow in LA. We're not shallow here. We just have we have things we got to do. You know, there's an unwritten timeline on how young you have to be a celebrity. You know, I got to get this done before my 20s, et cetera, et cetera. There's very few jobs and a whole lot of competition. So you're in class, you're running to auditions. So it's not that we're shallow. You're also doing your own projects and everybody's writing something. It's that we're trying to get something done. And it's like, you know, the weight of the world on our shoulders to get this done. So we don't have a lot of time. So for socializing, so you don't feel so alone, I don't know if there's one answer for that. There's, you know, SAG AFTRA does have mixers all the time that people don't go to or know about. And they have them for non-union people as well. So that's cool to do. You could start your own club. You could start your own support group, start your own improv troupe. I used to go to this place, an actor who is now a director. He would have once a month, Fridays from 5 to 7, he would host a happy hour, and everybody came to that. It was amazing. And it was just 2 hours and then get out of my house. But it was just awesome. And I mean, hundreds of people showed up to that every month. So the question is, I don't know if there's a formal place you can go and feel like that, but there are certainly informal things that you can do alone to get some support. What I tell my actors in my class is, well, I make it a requirement. They have to volunteer. You have to do some volunteer, do something in this city, volunteering and giving back. You have to give back in life.
And you can feel that you're part of a larger community, not just a small.
Well, that's the thing.
community.
First of all, actors have to, you know, they talk about DC being in a bubble. Everybody's in a bubble there. Los Angeles, we're in a giant bubble, okay? And you have to step outside this bubble to see other aspects of life. And so I credit my volunteerism for my professional success, because it changed everything once I started volunteering. Yeah, changed my whole life.
Yeah. I just find that there's so many different things we have to worry about as a professional actor in Hollywood that it's so hard to just stay healthy yourself, to stay plugged into the community.
No, but when you volunteer, it's not taking anything away from you. It's filling you up. You know. So yeah, I'm stressed out. I'm not booking. I lost this part, whatever. My screenplay's not done. I feel like shit. Then you go and volunteer and you've helped somebody else, and it rejuvenates you. Is that the word? Re-energizes you. You know, I worked on a suicide hotline, the Trevor Project, when it first opened for years. And when you get that call, the things in your life seem a little silly that you're stressing about. You know what I mean? And so I think it does the exact opposite. It does not drain you. Volunteerism, I think it re-energizes you and gives you more strength and power. I think it's essential for an artist too, by the way.
We have to make space for that. Yeah.
You have to make time for it, for sure.
Yeah.
But I tell my actors, I don't care what it is you do, just 2 hours a month, you have to do something. Everybody has 2 hours a month. You know, you can go on your lunch, you can go to the rescue and walk the dogs. Did you know that you could do that? Because you can do that. That certainly is not draining. Who doesn't want to be around a bunch of dogs in the afternoon, you know?
Right, yeah.
So that's certainly going to re-energize you to go back to that office. So I think there's lots of stuff you can do. Yes, you do have to make time, but literally you could do it 2 hours a month.
Right, but if we make that effort to really schedule in, like I have been talking to a lot of actors, we have to have that work time. We have to cut that off and say, now is my social time. We have to cut that off and say, now is my giving back time.
Yes.
Those things have to be parts of our lives, but we also have to separate them out for ourselves. Otherwise, our brains keep worrying. That anxiety that of the business, it just eclipses so much of our lives.
Well, I people go crazy here, that's for sure. I mean, Hollywood you have to be very strong. You have to have very, very thick skin. You can't take no's personally because you're going to hear no most of your life in this city. And you have to be very, very strong. But this city can drive you crazy in the end. I haven't gotten there yet. We'll see.
Thanks for listening to the Hollywood Actor Podcast. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to rate and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening.